Okay, so I'm here with Max Adler. You had a huge episode last night on Glee. Now, when did you know that this storyline was going to come to this?
We always find out when the scripts get delivered. There's never any talk about it or any discussion. It's just the scripts get sent to your house and you read it. And I remember that Darren and Chris had called me like 10 minutes before the scripts came, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh!" He's like, "Dude, like, have you read it? Have you seen it?" I was like, "No, don't say anything. Like, I'm gonna get the script in like 10 minutes." And I read it, and I was thrilled that the writers chose to go there, because I've always kind of felt that that story needed to be told, and especially for Dave Karofsky. And I feel like they've always treated him with such the integrity and the honesty that he deserves. And I was really excited that they chose to kind of push that boundary and go there.
How did you prepare for this? Did you talk to anybody? How did you get into
Yeah.
the mindset?
Oh boy, it's quite a dark mindset to get to. I mean, I know the character very well. You know, I've played him now for 3 years, and I've spoken at like the Anti-Defamation League in D.C., and I've met with parents who have lost children due to this, and so I knew it was very real. Took it very seriously, and it's just the research of understanding what motivates somebody to do that. And I feel like with Karofsky, he starts off kind of, bullying at McKinley High, and kind of he has this outer shell and this bravado, and then that didn't work. And then he kind of tried to lay low and hang out in the gay bars, and that didn't work. And then he gave Kurt the Valentine's grams and tried to be honest and express himself freely. That door got shut in his face. So I feel like, how many things can you try to express yourself before there's nothing else to ask, there's no one else to go to? And I think you just kind of collapse, and the only way to kind of express yourself and free yourself for him was to do this, and was to commit suicide, which is scary.
What was it like filming that scene? Even though it's kind of shown in interstitials, what was it like filming that entire scene? Did you film it all at once, or?
Yeah, it was really interesting. The director of the episode, Brad Bucher, who's just phenomenal. He also directed the kiss in the Never Been Kissed, the kiss in the locker room episode, and also the gay bar scene at Scandals. And we just jive really well. And he just did something amazing where he set 3 different cameras outside the room and just hit record, and just let me go for like 7 or 8 minutes and just kind of go through the motions and go through the mental thoughts of, where am I going to go, what's going to happen, and we had kind of decided that the decision to commit suicide happens after Karofsky sees the Facebook messages, because I feel like when something happens face to face, like in the locker room, you can kind of deal with it a little bit easier because you see the people and you're right there with them. But once it goes on Facebook, it kind of takes this life of its own, and it becomes really scary, and you're getting hit from all these different directions, and the only thing you know how to do is to hide, because you feel like you can't go out of the house. And so we had talked about all that and kind of sat in the room with like 4 people and just kind of looked around, and we really discussed like what is going on in this kid's mind in his room. And you just feel so trapped and so helpless and so desperate.
There's quite a cliffhanger in this winter finale with
Yes.
Quinn. Whether will she be just injured? Will she die?
Oh boy, you gotta see. I might know some things, but I'm sworn to secrecy. They will. My head will be chopped off if I say anything. But yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out in April.
Will you be back? Or are you going to go to a new school and we'll never see you
again? It's all up in the air. I would love to come back and portray this character for the rest of my life if I could. I find him so fascinating. But we'll see. We'll see where they take him and where he ends up.
I have a feeling you would do anything to get on season 2 of American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love that show. How great would that be? That's
well, if
phenomenal.
you said you love Nip Tuck, and
I do. I know. I'm
fan of
obsessed
that,
with American Horror Story.
I can totally see you on American Horror Story.
Hey, well, you hear that? Yeah, no, it'd be great. I love that show.